Hello, this is Dr. Gary O'Neill with Take5, where we encourage you to take 5 minutes every day to review your Greek grammar so that you'll be able to use it for a lifetime. Here's our verse for today. Let me read it and let's talk about it. Apokrythe Jesus kai epin autos, lusatatan nean tutan, kai in trisan hemeres, egero autan. Okay, one more time. Apokrythe Jesus kai epin autos, lusatatan nean tutan, kai in trisan hemeres, egero autan. So our translation would be, Jesus answered and said to them. Lusate, destroy, or loose is a different way, but in this context it would be destroy. Destroy the temple. Which temple? This temple. So destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it. Okay, so apokrythe Jesus. Jesus is functioning as a subject here. So Jesus is the one who is answering and saying, and he is answering and saying this autos. Autos. Can you parse autos? What is the gender? What is the number? What is the case? Okay, looking at our ending there will give you some hints for that. Again, this is our third person personal pronoun. It is a masculine, it is a plural, and it is a dative. Okay, so when we have a dative, our first thought will be that this is going to be functioning as the indirect object. That's probably the most common way for a dative to be used. And with the dative, we'll use the helper word in translation, to or for, depending on the context. So Jesus answered and said to them. Okay, so this is functioning as the indirect object here. Lusate, tan nean tutan, destroy this temple. Okay, so tutan is modifying temple. This is the demonstrative pronoun pointing out, this is the temple that I am talking about. So you destroy this temple, and in 3 days. So we've got a prepositional phrase here, in trisin hemerais. Hemerais is in the dative case here, but it's not in the dative case because it's trying to point out, like autos up here was the dative as an indirect object. This is a dative simply because in the preposition in takes its object in the dative case. So anytime you see in, look for the object being in the dative case. There are some prepositions which take their case in only one case. Take their object in only one case. So those are pretty easy to remember. There are some prepositions that will take their object in 2 cases, maybe genitive and accusative, or maybe dative and accusative, or maybe genitive and dative. Those are a little more difficult to remember, and so you have to often the preposition the meaning of it will change depending on which case is going with it. So you'll have to be aware of that as you learn the prepositions. You not only need to learn the preposition and what it means, but what it means with the different cases. There's actually also some prepositions that could take their object in 3 different cases. Thankfully, there are not a lot of those. So, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it. Auton. Auton here is in the accusative case, And the accusative is usually the case of the direct object, and that's how it is functioning here. So I will raise it, auton, pointing back to the temple. Okay? That's it for today. We will see you next time on Take 5.